Hello dear Gemini, welcome back. This is your Feb 2023 reading and let us get immediately an oracle card for you. Apologies if you don't understand the text there. I got this card wrong. I bought the non-English version, but this is love's embrace. Wow, you could be surrounded with love right now. You could be this person. This is a young warrior who is very tired from battle, and so when he comes home, his lover is welcoming him with open arms, trying to prepare his bed, perhaps trying to prepare food for him. So if you, dear Gemini, if you are this warrior who's grown weary, how can you see the love that surrounds you right now? How can you surround also yourself with the love or the support that you really need to help you get through your troubles right now? If you are this person, dear Gemini, how can you be receptive or empathetic of your partner's needs? How can you be how can you offer your love and affection to them? How can you act out of compassion, whether or not you hate them now or not? How can you be compassionate to them? They could be, for some people in relationships, we know that when somebody is we thought we knew all about our lovers, but sometimes some people just hide their feelings, or they just don't express it because they don't want to be a burden to their partner. So how can you practice that compassion and receptivity to your partner's needs? Okay, let us get one more card as a core energy of your reading, dear Gemini. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. But I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. You got here this card, restlessness. How can you practice rest? This very much is in alignment with the warrior right here. So this could be you, dear Gemini, but you could also look at it from the perspective of the woman right there. How could you encourage your person to take some rest? Or if you are the one who feels so restless right now, how can you take a break? How can you recharge so you could function better? Or you could be the best version of yourself? How can you rest so that you can unleash the power that you have within you? You could have been being hounded by a lot of thoughts right now, a lot of events to do, a major event in your romantic life happening, perhaps a major move, buying a house, buying a property, which would take much of your time, your energy, and even your money. So how can you prepare for that? Are you sitting or thinking too much about how you can handle that? See, so many conflict, perhaps this is mental conflict, perhaps a misunderstanding between you and your person, and one of you is getting tired about that. How can you find a well-deserved break so that you could recharge, and you could sometimes we lash out on our partner, or we create conflict in our relationships because we just lack rest, or perhaps we lack sleep. And so misunderstandings happen. I always relate this card to men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Sometimes we communicate differently, and sometimes we have different love languages. So in what ways can you be compassionate to your person and see things from their perspective? Let us get a few more cards. There seems to be conflict here, if not arguments, and perhaps no war is ever won. You could win a war, you could wage war and win war, but the consequences of that will always be detrimental to both parties. So you could be waging war right now, or perhaps your partner here is waging war or is in a war, could be with you or could be with something else. How can you take that break and take that rest? The challenge for you is turn this upright. How can you take that break so that you would release yourself or free yourself from this overthinking or this restlessness, anxiety about that certain plan? certainly there is a change happening around you. For some of you, you're getting married, but for some of you, as I've mentioned a while ago, a big move, a relocation, perhaps a change in career path, of a career move from your person. Something big is happening around you right now, dear Gemini, and this may be taking its toll, or it's affecting your relationship, perhaps in communication, or perhaps one party from this connection is experiencing anxiety, overthinking. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio born individual, but the death is death. A lot of people are afraid of this card. Who would not be afraid of death? I mean, it's a human thing to be too afraid of death, but when you come from that equanimity, if I may say, or that peace, or if that kind calm mindset of embracing that this is inevitable, perhaps this big move is inevitable around you. Once you come from that space of understanding and being at peace with that, perhaps you would be more equipped to handle this change. Embracing this change will prevent you from failing from failing the war. The success of that war depends on that race, depends on that ability to take a break. That was this side. And perhaps having that sense of gratitude. I mean, you could be feeling alone in this battle. Perhaps your person doesn't understand where you're coming from, but know that you could always communicate it in a way where you could meet halfway. See, this card is this card. So much restlessness around here. This could be the universe could be sending you right now a message to take a rest, to take a break. Enjoy, celebrate small wins. Let us get a clarification and more messages for death card there, please. Change is happening, regeneration, transformation is happening. In what ways can you release yourself from living in rose-colored glasses? In what ways can you meet your person halfway, have the proper dance with your partner so that you could work on this harmony? You would need to work on that harmony so that the war or the big move, whatever this big thing that's happening between the two of you, before that happens. Because if you don't, perhaps everything will a communication breakdown would happen, and it will be it would be for the worst. Okay, what I have here is the Queen of Pentacles. This could speak of motherhood, welcoming in a home life. Perhaps one of you is not yet ready to settle down. Perhaps this is the anxiety. This is where your anxiety is coming from. You're not yet ready to be that stay-at-home parent, or perhaps stay-at-home mom. And for some of you, you are not yet ready for this big move. But you have here the Magician, which speaks of everything that you need is right in front of you. All the resources that you need to make it happen is with you. You have the capacity to bear that big egg, and to bring something, to manifest something, to bring something to fruition. You are the Magician. You have that power, and you have that ability to make those visions happen. So in what ways can you, I strongly feel that this could be a message for you from the universe. In what ways can you avoid conflict by taking a rest first, and perhaps contemplating about how can you make those changes? How can you see love all around you? How can you make a list of ways that you feel loved? How can you send gratitude to the universe for this partnership? I mean, you have your partner as your partner, so you could work on this quite successfully. What else would you want Gemini to know? What is this Five of Swords here? Five of Swords, please. Okay. Lay the burden down. Lay the burden down. Have that solid plan and work on it. Have that diligence and stop being lazy about it. Be diligent about that. Perhaps being practical could be the message for you. How can you lay the burden down? Are there tasks that you deem beneath you, that's why you don't want to make it happen? How can you have here a lot of pentacles, or perhaps also cups. How can you express, how can you communicate compassionately and more lovingly, coming from that loving space as you communicate with your person about your needs and about your desires? And it's time to walk away from overthinking, from over planning, but to strike that heartfelt conversation with your person on how you could both collaborate on making this work, coming up with a solid plan, so that, and working on it, being that diligent person. And how do you envision yourself on having a life well lived as far as this connection is concerned? How can you celebrate the love that you have for each other and perhaps focus on that? Essentially, what I'm getting here, a big change is happening around you. In summary, big change is happening around you, and perhaps you may need to take that break, to take that rest, because there is restlessness, anxiety, and perhaps conflict in terms of communication between you and person. Could also be paranoia, but there seems to be a misunderstanding here. But the universe is inviting you to create that harmony, and that there is an affirmation here that you have everything that you need. All the resources you need are within you. You're the magician, and you can manifest it. You could make something out of nothing right here. And this could also speak of bearing child, having a child, and being that mother, or perhaps a parent. And perhaps this is also something that you're anxious about. A baby is on the way, so perhaps hormones are raging, and you find it hard to move, to run, and you want to be distracted. So a new season is coming, solstice, if I may say, a new abundance or way of living is around you. So instead of you acting like this a pathetic soldier, how can you appreciate the love that is given to you? Okay, so continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, dear Gemini, and I hope to see you next time. I'm gonna leave it at that. And thank you for being here. My name is A, and please like and subscribe if you like this reading, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.